Side chicks are one of the major reasons a lot of men still stay married. When their car breaks down, they have their spare tires to manage until they fix their main tires. Imagine there were no spare tires. My name is Okoro Blessing Nkiruka, and I'm popularly known as Blessing CEO, Africa's certified relationship and mental therapist. I know I'm about to break a nerve. A lot of you are upset. Men and women, especially the married women. They'll be like, Blessing, you have come again. What are you saying this time? Now, I want to make you ladies understand something, especially the married people. Side chicks have their jobs. Prostitutes have their jobs. No matter how much you fight your men, you can never stop side chicks, prostitutes from existing. They have a role that they play. But like I used to say, a lot of married women focus so much on what is happening outside than what is happening inside. Yes, side chicks are the spare tires. They are the people that your husbands used to cool down. They are the ones that make your husband want to come back home to you. Yes, first of all, a lot of people do not understand the meaning of side chicks. Many people who have gotten married today think that side chicks are prostitutes. No, side chicks are not prostitutes. Side chicks are single, independent, intelligent ladies that are not yet married. Exactly. Don't forget, oftentimes, a lot of men marry women that they want, not women that they love. So, in their marriage, they can fall in love with another woman. Yes, many men marry women that are ready. There are some men that are financially stable. They want to get married. But they have not necessarily seen the woman that they love. But they just see the one that they want. Their mother recommended, their auntie recommended, a little bit of wife material. And in this part of the world, a lot of men are looking for women that they can control. They call them wife material. They see a woman that they can control, a woman that they can order, a woman that they can subject. Wow, interesting. They marry her. Then when they marry these women and make them wives, they begin to complain. My wife does not do this. My wife is too quiet. My wife does not contribute. She does not bring anything to the table. That's where the side chick come in. Then when they go out there and see an independent, intelligent woman who can hold her own, they fall in love. Yes. Side chicks are not prostitutes. Side chicks are women with integrity, intelligent, independent, but they don't have men. This is the society that we found ourselves called Africa, where there are no laws abiding unions. So you see a lot of people sharing different kind of married men. Yes, it is what it is. No matter how much we want to beat about the bush, lie to ourselves, pretend to ourselves, there will always be a side chick. Yes, they have the roles that they play. A lot of married women don't communicate with their husbands. A lot of married women don't even know their husbands. Many of you are married to strangers. That's the honest truth. A lot of side chicks know your husband even more than you. A lot of side chicks are the ones that talk to your husbands. Your husband talk to them. A lot of side chicks know the wives of their men, but the wives don't even know them. Yes. They are the spare tires. They are the ones who hold your husband down. Yes. That's the honest truth. They are needed. Allow them play their role. Fighting, screaming, breaking your husband's head is not going to stop the side chicks from existing. Because if we want to look at it geographically or biologically, you will see that we have more women who are ready for marriage. At 18, a woman is already ripe for marriage. At 25, a lot of men are still struggling to stand on their feet financially and be able to carry responsibility. So we have fewer men who are ready to carry this responsibility and more male children who are still trying to stand on their feet. We have a lot of boys around still trying to hustle. We have less of men that are responsible enough to take care of a woman and carry responsibility. That's why you see one man holding 5 girls at the same time. Exactly. This is the society we found ourselves, and no matter how we want to try to fight it, we need to be able to face what is called reality. Now, to the married women, a lot of you are going to be saying, Blessing, are you now supporting side chick? Like I said, whether I support or I don't support, these are things that are in existence. It's like telling God to take out the devil from the earth. The devil is a bad person. The devil is a wicked person. The devil is a manipulator, but the devil is still here. God cannot kill devil. How come, as bad as the devil is, God has not been able to kill devil? Because if God kills the devil right now, we'll not be committing sin again, because it's this devil that is always tempting us. Why can't God just say, yeah, devil, go and die so that my children will make heaven? Devil is still here. It's the same thing as side chick. When we want to live with this illusion of saying side chick is bad, side chick is bad, we know it is bad, but it's in existence. The question is, how do we deal with it? The point is, a lot of you married women focus your energy so much on side chicks. You make them very important. It is a lot of married women that are giving side chicks so much gods to be able to come out and say, oh, I'm dating a married man. It's because you focus so much on them. I've said it in a couple of my videos. A lot of married women have what is called insecurity issues. That's the honest truth. You need to be secure enough to focus on your home. What you should be paying attention is, how is my husband treating me? Is he doing and carrying his responsibility? Leave what is happening outside. Yes, because you're focusing so much on what is happening outside. You are so distracted. Every time you're nagging about one woman or the other, a lot of times, side chick is not even affecting married women. A lot of married women just like to fiddle around. A lot of married women just want to feel that I'm the only one. So they scroll through their husband's WhatsApp, scroll through their husband's phone, scroll and dig and find out some other woman and start to fight. My point is, if we want to be factual and stop to live in illusion, let's leave the things that we do not have power over. Let's leave the things that we cannot fight. We have lots of stories of married women killing their husbands just because they found out that their husband had children outside, or their husband have another woman. These are things you don't have power over. That's the honest truth. The Bible said, if you find out that your spouse is cheating on you and you cannot stand it, leave. But if you feel you cannot leave the marriage, it's something you can endure. But you see, side chicks, there are people that will always be there. And that's the truth. They are the other women that would always be there. When there is trouble, when there's a misunderstanding, we have very few men who are principled. No matter how much we are looking for a man that is faithful, we have to be factual. A lot of men are not principled. A lot of men are not guided. You're not going to blame them, because that is how society and culture have molded them. A lot of the men that were married, they grew up in a particular background where their culture and their society have molded them in a certain way. Some men will tell you that a lot of men are entitled to many wives, blah, 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 blah. You hear all nod words. Now, society and culture have molded a lot of men that you have married in a certain way. You cannot overnight change that perspective. Fidelity simply means principle, intentionality. That's fidelity. Principle simply means you be the one to tell yourself, I don't want to do this thing. Your husband is not going to be faithful to you because he's married to you. Your husband is going to be faithful to you because he wants to be faithful to you. Married or no married. Fidelity is intentional. Fidelity is principle. Fidelity simply means I don't want to do this thing because I don't want. It's not because I'm married, but I want to be faithful to one woman. I want to be focused with one woman. These are my reasons. Because when I'm focused and faithful to one woman, I'm more driven. I could give her my best. So we have very few men who think from that perspective. So let's stop lying to ourselves as women. No matter how much we deceive ourselves, no matter how much we want fidelity, we can't force fidelity. You don't force it. A man will have to groom himself to be that person that you want. And a lot of men are not ready to groom themselves. So most of you women are doing, you are imposing it on them. And the more you impose it on them, the more they run outside. That is the birth of nagging woman. Yeah, that is the birth of a woman is always nagging. There is a misconception a lot of married women have. Many married women feel that the moment I'm married to my husband, I own him. You can't own a human being. You can only own them by choice, not by force. If people make vows to you and make promises to you, it can be broken. They can wake up one day and say they're not doing it again. They change their mind because we evolve. The more we grow, the more we change. Yes, in marriages, a lot of things are going to change. Your husband can come and say, what I saw 5 years ago is not what I'm seeing now. Yes, you are going to change. You're going to grow. The little girl you used to be when your husband married is not the little girl you're going to be when you're in the marriage. You're going to grow. You're going to evolve. So a lot of things are going to change. A man can come back and tell you, I'm not doing again. It's not a do or die affair. But the problem is a lot of you have this mindset of ownership. You feel that when I'm married to a man or when I'm married to a woman, it's vice versa. I own her. No, human beings are not objects. You can only own objects that cannot move from place to place. You can only own objects that don't breathe. You can't even own a goat except you tie the goats. The only time you can even own an animal is except you cage them. But so long as they can move, they will leave the compound and go about. How you know that a goat or a dog is truly yours? That when the goat goes to come back to the compound, the goat now knows that this is where I belong. But you can't force a goat. The only way you can force a goat is to tie the goat. It's the same thing as a human being. You can't force people. They will come to you by choice. They will love you by choice. So that is what most of you do in marriage. You think that because somebody made you a vow, it is now by force to stay with you. It doesn't work that way. That's where we breed a lot of bitter women who have committed murder, women who have started going fetish, doing juju, becoming evil, because you feel that this person is my property. I own him. A human being is not a property. If you want to own a human being, you will hurt yourself, you will damage yourself, you will break yourself. And a lot of you are damaged today because you are forcing yourself to own a man. He's my boyfriend, I own him. He's my girlfriend. It doesn't work that way. You exhaust your time, resources, and energy. You cannot own anybody by force. It's by choice. Before you can say you own people, they must be willing to stay with you. It is that willingness that bets promise. And they can wake up and say, I am not doing again. Yes. Even us as human beings, we make promises to God every day. Every day you are swearing, you are telling God, even though you know that God can take your life in 1 minute, you make promises you don't even fulfill. You still go back and say, oh God, I'm sorry, I broke this promise. You go back, right? Good. Not talking of a human being. So they will always break their promises. So you don't own people. The earlier you begin to change this mindset and perception about marriage, the better for you. Because a lot of married women are actually going insane, thinking that, oh, when I'm married to a man, I need to own him. I own all and all and all and all. It is the man that would decide not to cheat on you. It's called principle. It's called discipline. It's called intentionality. That is what is called fidelity. So I'm going to say to the beautiful married women and yet to be married women, focus on what is happening inside. Focus on more of how is your husband treating you. Is he doing his responsibility? Leave what is happening outside. Many of you married women are so focused on side chicks. You've made them so important. They've become a very huge distraction in your homes. You're no longer a wife. You're not a nag because you're nagging about one woman up and down, up and down. And that's the reason why every time your husband is comparing you, because when he goes to the side chick, because the side chick does not know you. She doesn't nag at the man. She gives him food to eat. She make water for him. So he finds peace in her. And when he comes to you, you are nagging about her. You are the people that are making the side chick feel so important because you are forgetting your roles as wives. And you are focusing so much on distraction. Like I used to ask a lot of married women, if your husband decides to say he wants to marry another wife or he wants a divorce, what will you do? Nothing. The highest you're going to do is wail, scream, fight. And at the end of the day, if a man doesn't want to marry you, you can't force him. Some of you will say, I'm going to frustrate his life, I'm going to blah, blah, blah. That's the only thing you can do, but you can't force him to stay with you. So let's focus on what is happening inside. To all the beautiful married women out there, pay attention to your home. Leave what is happening outside. You don't have power over the things that happen outside. Whether side chick is good or side chick is not good or prostitution is good or prostitution is not good or you don't have power over it. No matter how much you fight, they would always be in existence. And your husbands will always have choices to make. It is your husbands that will go and meet these girls. It is your husbands that will go and tell these girls, I like you, I love you, I wish I was not married. So it's your husbands that go there. You don't have power over people. You don't have power over their mind. Your fight cannot change the fact that people want to do what they want to do. They will do what they want to do. They can only be hiding from you. The only thing your husbands can be telling you is lie, 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 lie. Then when you find out the lie, you are heartbroken. Be open-minded. People will always be humans. That's the honest truth. We are not faithful to God that gave us life, and we're not even afraid to die. Not talking of a human being that cannot do us anything. So people will always break your heart. People will always hurt you. Your husbands will always cheat. The devils will always be there. Jesus is here, God is here, and devil is here. So people will always choose where they want to go to. Why am I making this video? A lot of married women are not at peace. They are in shambles, they are in scramble, they are bitter. So this video is just to make you understand. Open up your mind. Focus on your home. Those things that are happening outside are things you do not have power over. Those are the things you pray and tell God to give you the mind. Those are the sacrifices, the endurance, and the tolerance you're talking about in marriage. Then if you feel you cannot take it, take a walk so that you don't become the animal that you never planned to be. Because oftentimes, a man and a woman will turn you into animals you never ever planned to be. So we need to pay attention so that they don't divert our goals and vision. Exactly. They don't have to divert our goals and visions. Some of you have become animals in marriage. Sometimes you've looked yourself in the mirror and you cannot even recognize the woman and the men that you have become just because of marriage. You are trying to change somebody, you are trying to transform somebody, you are trying to fight a battle that is not yours. You're trying to fight things that you don't have power over. And when you fight things that you don't have power over, you hurt yourself. It bounces back. That's what happens. So many of you are fighting war that you don't have power over. So when you go to fight this war, you will always be defeated. It's like going to fight the devil. Even God is not fighting the devil. God allowed the devil to be and allowed you to make your choices, to say, I want to follow devil or I want to follow God. That's the essence of good and bad. That's the essence of light and darkness. You can't fight nature. There will always be good women. There will always be bad women. Not every woman will be able to say no to a married man. No matter how we want to fight it, there will always be good, there will always be bad. There will always be women out there who want to date married men. There will always be women out there who want to have kids for married men for different reasons, for different circumstances, for different situations. Some of them did not plan it, but sometimes life can take a U-turn. That's why I say we don't have power over it. No matter how much you want to cry, you want to scream, you want to lash out, you don't have power over it. You just be exhausting your time, your resources, and your energy. Guess what? You will be the one to be drained. At the end of the day, you don't even get results. Oftentimes, your husbands will still leave you and go marry the side chick after all the noise and shouting and scramble. Now, when your husband leaves you and go marry a side chick, what will you do? Nothing. Because the law does not force anybody to stay with you. Yes. Nobody can force any human being to stay with you. If you're married to somebody and you're tired, you leave. So please, to all the beautiful married women out there, I want you to give yourself peace, focus on your home, focus more on how the man is treating you. Is he carrying his responsibility? Is he taking care of his kids? Is he taking care of you? Is he doing his major priority? Forget about what is happening outside. They are going to distract you with the noise. So much noise is happening outside. And when you pay so much attention to what is happening outside, they will distract you. So this is me saying I love you guys. I hope you learned something from this video, and I hope I was able to help you unlearn and relearn a lot of things that you have heard about marriage. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the link on my bio. I'm going to bring in you guys more exclusive relationship and marital tips that's going to help you solidify your relationship and your marriage. Don't forget, if you want to have personal therapy with us, you want to talk to Blessing CEO one-on-one, you can call the number 070-195-11795. We also have a working office in Enugu and in Lagos. Yes, you can walk into our therapy lounge and talk to a therapist today. It's very okay to talk to a therapist. Trust me, they're going to teach you a lot of things you never believe you could learn. I love you guys.